Okay, 6.3, question number 6. So students, kindly open that exercise 6.3, and that is the question number 6. Okay, so this question also I had explained many times. So here again I am going to explain that. It is given on page number 108. On the page number 108, question number 6 is there. Now I am going to switch the camera to the board. Okay, students. So now board is visible to all of you. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your reply. Okay. So here I am going to explain that. So Shivam, here I will explain the question only. I am not going to give the proper step-by-step proof that I had already given in my video. So here I am going to explain that. First I will draw the diagram for that. It is the question number 6th and it is given on page number 108. That is on page number 108. Now for this question, one diagram is given like that. So here it is the diagram, here it is P, Q, R, and here it is S, T. Okay, so here for this question, the diagram is given in the book, and here it is given in the given figure the side QR of triangle PQR. So PQR, here you are going to get PQR is a triangle, and side QR, it is going to be produced up to the point S. So QR side is going to be produced up to the point S. If the bisector of angle PQR, here it is the angle PQR, it is the angle PQR, and it is given that bisector of angle PQR, it means that QT is the bisector of angle PQR. So here in the first statement it is given that QT is the bisector of angle PQR and angle PRS. If I am going for the angle PRS is here, and the bisector of angle PRS, that is RT. So in the question it is given that if the bisectors of angle PQR and angle PRS, both the bisector are going to meet at point T. So here both the bisector are going to meet at point T. Now here what you need to prove? So in this question you need to prove that angle QTR equal to half angle QPR. So whatever the diagram is given, whatever the things are given in the question, all you are going to find in the question, and here you need to prove this one, angle QTR equal to half angle QPR. So first I will find these angles in the diagram. So here angle QTR, it is the angle QTR. QPR, angle QPR, here it is the angle QPR. So we need to relate both the angles. These two angles will be related and then it will be proved. So in the proof, okay students, if QT is the bisector of angle PQR, it means that this angle will be divided into two equal parts. So here this and this angle, both will be equal. So if it is A, then it will be also A. Any problem in this? If bisector of the angles means the angle is going to be divided into two equal parts. If it is A, then it is also A. In the same way, if it is angle B, then it will be also angle B. RT is the bisector of angle PRS also. So if it is B, then it will be B. So students, any problem up to here? I had only taken the angles if it is going to bisect. So any students having the doubt up to here? Okay. Now I am going to take one by one triangles. So suppose that if first I am going to take the triangle here PQR, I am going to take it separately. First I am going to take the triangle PQR and here it is S. I am going to draw the triangle PQR. I am not going to draw that QT and RT. So the diagram will be like that, PQR and here it is S. So I had drawn it. Now what is the value of angle PQR? PQR from here. What is the value of angle P? 2A. Okay, I had taken it A and A, so it means it will be 2A. In the same way, what is the angle PRS? This angle PRS, B plus b, that will be 2b. So here I am going to get it is 2a, it is 2b. And what is the value used in the question is, here it is used angle QPR, here it is the angle QPR. So all of you are familiar with the exterior angle property of the triangle. So exterior angle property of the triangle says that exterior angle equal to sum of the two opposite interior angle. So here I will use the exterior angle property for this triangle. Here it is the exterior angle for this triangle if one side is extended. So whatever that exterior angle will be there, that is equal to its opposite two interior angle sum. So here you can write exterior angle 2b equal to 2a plus angle QPR. 2a plus angle, here I am going to get the term of the question angle QPR. Reason is that we need to use angle QPR. So that's why I had made an equation where I am going to get angle QPR. Now you need to transfer that 2a in this side. So it will be angle QPR equal to 2b minus 2a. 2a will be transferred in this side. Here angle QPR equal to 2 will be taken as common. So b minus a. Here 2 is taken as common, so here in the bracket you will get b minus a. If you are going to transfer 2 in this side, here 2 is multiplied, so it will be divided in this side, so it will be half angle QPR equal to b minus a. So I got one of the equation, b minus a equal to half angle QPR. So that is the one of the equation. Now I need to find the angle QTR also. So angle QTR you will get in the triangle QTR. So I am going to draw the triangle QTR separately. So if you are going to draw triangle QTR separately, it will be like this. It is like this. Here it is T, it is Q, it is R, and here it is S. So if I am going to follow this, so what is this angle TQR? Angle TQR is, here it is A. Here you can find it is angle A. In the same way, TRS, angle TRS is, here it is B. Now you need to relate with this. So again you will follow the exterior angle property in this triangle. So B is the exterior angle. So B equal to A plus angle QTR. Again by exterior angle property, B equal to A plus angle QTR. So here you will write B equal to A plus angle QTR. Yeah, A will be transferred in this side, then you will get angle QTR, angle QTR equal to, and if A is transferred in this side, it will be B minus A. Now in the equation 1, what is the value of B minus A? From the equation 1, the same value B minus A equal to half angle QPR. So from the equation 1, B minus A can be replaced by half angle QPR. So it can be written as angle QTR equal to B minus A, and in the equation 1 you had already proved that B minus A equal to half angle QPR, and that is from equation 1. From equation 1. So from equation 1 you have replaced the value of B minus A by half angle QPR. So that is replaced, and that is the term that was given in the question to prove. So by the same diagram you had proved that half angle angle QTR equal to half angle QPR. So now it is clear, C1. Okay. Now students, only I had given the explanation of the question, but proper proof if you are going to give, kindly find the proper proof in the video where I had given the complete explanation how to give the proper proof. So from there you will get a given to prove, and then I had given the proper statement. So from there you can get the complete solution also. So now Neha Bharadwaj. She is there in the class, Neha. Yes, Neha. Exercise. Yes, ask the question. Exercise. Okay, exercise 6.1, question number 4. Okay, Neha. So exercise 6.1, I am going to explain the question number 4. Okay, you also, other students also need to open the page number 97, where question number 4 is given. So I am going to explain that. Okay, so it is the question number 4, and that is given on page number 97. So for the question number 4, whatever the diagram is given there, that I am going to draw. Okay, so here in this question, this diagram is given there, and it is given the statement here if x plus y, it is given that here it is given if x plus y equal to w plus z, that is given in the question. And what you need to prove? You need to prove that AOB is a straight line. Yeah, it is a line. You need to prove that AOB is a straight line. Line means if you are going to draw like this, so AOB that is a straight line. It is not like this. ऐसे आपका वो नहीं है कि ये और यहाँ से ये टर्न हो गया, so that is not a straight line. ये straight line नहीं है. AOB is not a straight line, but here AOB is a straight line. So here you need to prove that AOB is a straight line. Okay. So if you are going to give the proof, here I am going to give the proof. It is given that x plus y equal to w plus z. Now here 4 angles you are going to get, that is going to be formed at the point O. X, y, w, z. These are the 4 angles that is going to be formed at the point O. What is the sum of all these 4 angles? What is the sum of? That will be 360 degree. Reason is that if you are going to get a complete angle, that is equal to 360 degree. So here it is going to form a complete angle. So here you are supposed to write it x plus y plus w plus z equal to 360 degree. Reason is that here at the point O you are going to get a complete angle. Now in this question, it is given that x plus y and w plus z both are equal. So at the place of this w plus z, we can write it x plus y. Reason is that w plus z equal to x plus y. So here you can write x plus y plus, and it is already given that whatever the sum of w plus z is there, that is equal to x plus y. So at the place of w plus z, I will write x plus y. It is equal to 360 degree. Now here you are going to get x plus x, 2x plus y plus y, 2y. It is equal to 360 degree. Here you are supposed to take the 2 as a common. So x plus y, it is equal to 360 degree. Then 2 will be transferred in this side. Then x plus y equal to 360 upon 2. It is equal to 180 degree. So here you are going to get x plus y. It is like this. I am going to draw the half of the diagram. It is A, B, here it is O, and this is given like this. It is C. Only I am going to draw this portion of the diagram, this one. Here it is x and here it is y. And here you have proved that x plus y, that is equal to 180 degree. So students, x plus y, when it will be 180 degree? When it will be a straight angle. 180 degree कब होगा? जब ये straight angle हो. And when straight angle is going to be formed, that is always formed on a straight line. So here you are going to get x plus y is 180 degrees. So that is some 180 degrees only possible when it is a straight line. So here you will write here sum of x plus y is 180 degree. It shows that AOB is a straight line. So here you have proved that it is the 180. So it will be a straight line. So got it clear, Neha? Okay, if any other having the doubt, then ask me regarding this question, if anyone having the doubt. Okay. Okay, so now these were the students whose name I had written yesterday, but their doubt I had not clear yesterday. So now it is going to be clear. Now if any other student is there again who are having the doubt, then he or she can give me the name. Okay, 6.2, question number 4. Okay, I'm going to explain that. Okay, here it is given. So all of you are supposed to open the page number 103. Page number 103, and one diagram is given there. So I'm going to draw that diagram. So here it is the question number 1. And it is given on page number 103. One diagram is given that I am going to draw. Okay, here it is the diagram given in the question. Now I am going to read the question. In the given figure, find the value of x and y and then show that AB parallel to CD. So in the question, you need to find whatever the diagram is given there. By using this diagram, you need to find the value of x and y. And after that, you need to prove, it is also given that you need to prove, yes, so that AB and CD are parallel. So first part of the question is you need to find the value of x and y, and in the second part you need to prove that whatever these two lines are there, that are parallel also. So I am going to find the first x and y value. So students, here you are going to get a straight line. It is a straight line if it is 50 degrees. So what will be this angle? It is 50 degrees. So this angle will be 130 degree. So here you will write in the solution x plus 50 degree, it is equal to 180 degree. That is the linear pair of angles. It is a straight line, so the sum of these two angles will be 180 degrees. So it shows that x equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree. Here it shows that x equal to 130 degree. So first you got the value of x, that is 130 degree. Again you need to find the value of y. So students, if two lines are like this, both are intersecting, if it is 130 degree and if it is y, then what is the value? That is 130. What will be the region? What these two angles are called? That are called the vertically, that is called the vertically opposite angle. So vertically opposite angles will be formed when two lines will intersect at a certain point. So here these two are the pair of vertically opposite angles, as well as these two will be also the pair of vertically opposite angle. So here these two will be equal, as well as these two will be also equal. So here you will write for the y value, simply you will write y equal to 130 degree, and region in the bracket you will give vertically opposite angles. In the short you will write VOA. So you got the value of x and y. It means first part of the question you had find the value of x and y. Now you need to prove AB parallel to CD. So students, here you got that it is 130 degree, and y value you also got 130 degree. If I am going to ask these two angles, these are the alternate interior angles. This angle and this angle, these are alternate interior angle. So if the alternate, if you are going to say that, if I am going to say that if two lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are equal. If two lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are equal. In the same way, if alternate interior angles are equal, यहाँ पे आपको ये नहीं दिया है कि ये दोनों lines parallel है, but here you are going to get that alternate interior angles are equal. So if alternate interior angles are equal, it means that both the lines are parallel. So here you will write, suppose that if I am going to give the name like this, M and N. So here you will write since angle M, A, and here you give the name here. It is CD. Here you need to write M and N to give the naming. Here you will write since angle AMN. Since angle AMN equal to angle DNM, equal to angle DNM, and these are alternate interior angles. Then if these two are the alternate interior angles and if both are equal, it means that both the lines are parallel. Then AB parallel to CD. So you had given the region also. Only the parallel lines will be proved by giving the some region. So region is that here alternate interior angles are equal, and alternate interior angles will be only equal in the case when the lines are parallel. So it means that both the lines are parallel. So it is the solution of this question. Now any other student who want to ask any other question related to this exercise? So today whatever the doubt is there that you need to ask, reason is that today I am going to complete this revision of the lines and angles. So if again anyone having the doubt, then ask me. Okay, so it means no one having the doubt. Okay, student. So now it means that I am going to complete this revision section of the lines and angles. Now if any other students who is having the problem regarding any other chapters, if he or she want to that revision of any other chapter, then ask me, otherwise I will start the chapter number 8. I will continue in the chapter number 8, that is quadrilateral. So any of the students who want to ask any other question from any of the chapter? Chapter number 12.3. Okay, just wait. Chapter number 12, that is related to, okay, 12, but here 12.2, whatever the NCERT book is there, na, that is given up to chapter 12, exercise 12.2 only. Yes, sorry. So if you are having any problem regarding this chapter or exercise, you can ask me. Okay, okay. Hi. Okay, chapter exercise 12.1, question number 1. Okay, okay. Okay, so I'm going to explain that. Kindly open the page number 202. That is related to Heron's formula. So kindly open the page number 202 and question number 1. Okay, students, here in the exercise 12.1, it is the exercise 12.1, and that is the question number 1. Now first I am going to read the question, what is given in the question. In the question it is given that a traffic signal board indicating school ahead is an equilateral triangle with side A. It is given that a traffic signal board is there like this, and it is having it is the equilateral triangle. Suppose that here I am going to take a traffic signal board. Suppose that ABC is a traffic signal board that is in the shape of triangle, and it is the equilateral triangle. And what is the side of the equilateral triangle is given with the side A. It means the side of the equilateral triangle is A. In the variable it is given like this. Here the numerical value is not given, here you are given the variable. Equilateral triangle having all the three sides equal. So here if it is A, then all the three sides will be A. Now in the question it is given that find the area of that signal board. So using the Heron's formula you need to find the area. So before using the Heron's formula, what the values are required? Three sides are required, and all the three sides are given A, and A. So first you are going to find the value of S. What is the formula for S? Any other student? Perimeter by 2. Perimeter means sum of all the three sides, but here the sides are given A. So all the three sides are A. So A plus A. Sum of all the three sides divided by 2. S is also known as semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter means half of perimeter. So a plus a that is divided by 2. So a plus a that is 3a by 2. So here you got the value of s is 3a by 2. Now whatever the formula is there, area of triangle, you will use the Heron's formula, and according to the Heron's formula, that is under root s minus a, s minus b, s minus c, where a, b and c are the side of the triangle and s is the semi perimeter which you had calculated here. So it is equal to under root s, that is 3a by 2 in the bracket s minus a. So s is 3a by 2 minus a, s minus b. So s is 3a by 2 minus, and b is the second side. So here all the sides are a, b, c, all the three sides are a. So 3a by 2 minus 3a by 2 minus a. Again s minus c. So 3a by 2 minus c, and c third side is also a here. Now it is equal to 3a by 2 multiply by 3a by 2 minus a equal to, if you are going to subtract, you will take 2 as a LCM. So 3a minus 2a, that will be a by 2. So here the subtraction of this 3a by 2 minus a is a by 2. In the same way, again the same subtraction is there, so it is equal to a by 2 into, again here it is a by 2. Now here you will write, in the numerator you will write 3 into a into a into a into a. Numerator will be multiplied by numerator, so 3 into a into a into a into a upon 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. It will be this. Yeah, it is equal to, if you are going to take the pair, so what are the pair in the numerator? A and a. You are going to get the pair of a, 2 pair of a is there in the numerator, and here 2 and 2. So if the value is in the square root, so you are going to make the pairing, and after making the pairing, whatever the values are in the pair, that will be taken outside of the square root. So here one pair of a, so a into, again here it is the pair of a upon, that is taken outside of the square root. So इस पेयर में से आप एक को बाहर ले लिए, अगेन एक पेयर ऑफ ए में से आपने एक को यहां से बाहर ले लिया, अपॉन 2 into 2. Here you are going to get the 2 pair of the 2. So 1 2 you will take from this pair, and 1 2 you will take from this pair. Which any value is there which is unpaired? That is 3 here. 3 is unpaired. So it will be in the root only. 3 is not having the pair, so 3 will be in the root. So it is equal to, if I am going to erase from here, so that is area equal to a into a square into root 3 upon 2 into 2, 4. Yeah, it is written as root 3 a square by 4. So that is the formula used for area of equilateral triangle. So it is the formula to get area of the equilateral triangle. If you are having the equilateral triangle, so you can apply this formula directly to find the area of the equilateral triangle. So what is it, students, how you will find the area of the equilateral triangle? Okay. Now if I am going to ask that, suppose that if the side of a equilateral triangle is 5 centimeter. Suppose that if I am going to ask that if the side of an equilateral triangle is 5 centimeter. So what will be the area of this triangle? If it is equilateral triangle, it is equilateral triangle. So area of this triangle equal to, what is the formula? Root 3 by 4 a square, and if the side of the equilateral triangle is 5, then it is equal to root 3 by 4 into 5 square. Yeah, it is equal to root 3 into 5 square, 25 by 4. Yeah, it is equal to 25 root 3 by 4 centimeter square. So you are not supposed to use the Heron's formula if you are going to find the area of the equilateral triangle. So whatever the side will be there, that's a square you will find, and you will calculate the area by this way. Now in the same question it is given that, now if anyone having the problem regarding that formula, reason is that this formula will be used in the questions to find the area of the equilateral triangle. Now students, here in the same question it is given that find the area of the signal board using Heron's formula. So that I had find here. Now again in the next part of the question it is asked that if the perimeter of the triangle is 180 centimeter. It is given that whatever this triangle is there, that perimeter is 180 centimeter. So perimeter of triangle, it is equal to 180 centimeter. So if perimeter is 180 centimeter, so what will be the side of this equilateral triangle? If perimeter is 180, then what will be the side? That will be 60 centimeter. It is the equilateral triangle. So here you can write a plus a, sum of all the three sides is 180. Then 3a equal to 180. It shows that a equal to 180 upon 3, that is equal to 60 centimeter. So here you got the perimeter of the triangle was given. So by that perimeter you got the side, that is 60 centimeter. Now you need to find the area. So here you will write area of triangle equal to root 3 by 4, that is the equilateral. So here you will write area of equilateral triangle. It is the formula only for the equilateral triangle. That is equal to root 3 by 4 a square. It will be root 3 by 4 into, and side of this triangle is 60. So 60 square, it can be written as root 3 by 4. 60 square will be 3600. It will be 4 9 36, 900. So that is equal to 900 root 3 centimeter square. So that is the answer of the second part of the question. So got it clear? Yes. Actually that's I am going to say. Now, any other who is having the problem regarding board? Okay, just wait. Okay, so just wait for this. Okay, from my end actually I am going to get the proper network here. That's why I'm going to say. Okay, so whatever the any doubt is there, na, the same video again I will upload today. So don't worry about that. Same video I will upload in the Google Classroom. So from there you can get it. Got it clear, student? So okay, so just wait for that. Just after this class I will upload the same video. Now students, that is the question related to this equilateral triangle. So here you got a very important formula. Area of equilateral triangle will be root 3 by 4 a square. That is the very important formula. So that you need to know, that you will apply in the case of equilateral triangle. Any other students who is having any kind of problem? Okay, so students, now from tomorrow, what I will do, I will start the 8th chapter. Again, I will continue from the 8th chapter. So for that chapter, what you need to do, actually whatever the theorems are there, that are the very important theorem. 8 theorems are there before the exercise 8.1. So again, what you need to do, just open that chapter 8, quadrilateral. Once you need to open that chapter number 8. So you will get that I have given the proof of all the 8 theorem. 8 theorems are there, and I had already given the proof of all the 8 theorem. So once again, the students who had not written that proof of the 8 theorem, kindly go in the Google Classroom and find the old video where I had given the proof of that all the theorems. That link is already given there. So kindly note down that proof, and all the 8 theorems will be used in the exercise that 8.1. So from tomorrow I will start the exercise 8.1. So if anyone having the doubt regarding the 8th theorem, then ask me. अगर किसी को भी कोई भी doubt हो in these 8 theorem, then ask